It started as a social media quest but ended with a government crackdown. In China, more than 100,000 students, more than 1 lakh students embarked on a 50-kilometer nighttime bike ride. Do you know why? For soup dumplings. They cycled for about 5 hours continuously and caused a traffic gridlock between two cities. So police took to the streets, universities imposed restrictions, and rental firms remotely locked bikes on the roads. So why did a food trend lead to utter chaos? Was it all for dumplings? Or is there more to this story? Here's a report.
The Chinese students emerged on their bikes, more than 100,000 of them. They seemed to have come out of nowhere, and they rode for about 5 hours through the night. Sometimes bursting crackers on the way, other times bursting into song themselves. They covered a distance of about 50 kilometers cycling continuously. Why? For soup dumplings. It all began in June when 4 university students decided to make a long journey on their bicycles from the Chinese city of Zhengzhou in the capital of Henan province to the neighboring city of Kaifeng. They wanted to try guantangbao, which is a type of soup dumpling, and the journey indeed made them quite soupy. They said, "You don't get a second chance at youth." The message struck a chord with other young people, and so was born a social media trend. Night ride to Kaifeng. The government praised it. They called it a showcase of young people's passion. They saw it as an opportunity to boost local businesses. They announced discounts and they put additional traffic control measures in place. With anticipation in the air, the bike ride began. The so-called night riding army took to the streets. But who would have thought that they would land the Chinese government in hot soup? The two cities are connected by a 6-lane expressway. It was quickly jammed with thousands of bikes. As the gridlock worsened, China pulled a China and cracked down. Police took to loudspeakers. They urged young riders to leave. Universities imposed restrictions. They stopped students from leaving and asked the young riders to return to their dormitories. Bike rental firms remotely locked the bikes on the expressway. They hiked the prices as well. It was complete pandemonium. But one thing remained clear. The cycling event is the display of an almost cyclical phenomenon in China. Their economy is faltering. Growth has slowed down since the pandemic. There is a property slump. Government debt is rising. Consumption is low. Unemployment is soaring, with more than 1 in 5 young people jobless. And those who are working are part of an over-competitive, grinding job market. 75% Chinese workers say they are burnt out. High pressure is inflaming anxieties in the country, and the tensions are simmering on social media, leading to a number of rebellious trends among the young over the past year, including lying flat at work or college, which is kind of like quiet quitting, or the gross outfits trend, where the young show up to work in pajamas to rebel against a culture of overachievement. Chinese workers are also growing plants, especially bananas, at the workplace to relieve stress, because they are quite literally going bananas. These trends are not just a cry for help. They also put the gridlock-causing biking trend into perspective. No wonder over 100,000 students cycled for hours together. Maybe they weren't really looking for dumplings after all, but for a sense of liberation in difficult times.